Last time on What's Your Damage?
Do you know what I've realized? We've actually never all just had dinner together. I would like to formally invite all of you to Quandanry. With Quandanry a day away, what would you like to do?
I'd like to train with Dravine in Treble Base.
Hello, Gustus.
Hi, I'm ready for you to train me.
Jorrix, Finch is working on something, and he heard about something that you did, and he wants to talk to you about it.
Uh-oh.
Good luck, idiot.
Damn.
One of my friends from the Dwarven Kingdom tells me you and your buddies, you made a little thing for the king, did you? Didn't even want to tell me about it? Me, an inventor? I need you to give me a schematic of what you did, so that I can build a mechanical heart to put in every one of these wervens.
Yeah, I mean, no problem at all. I'd love to. I'd love to help.
Marvelous.
Oh, you guys looking for a moon cleric?
Gustus, I think it's looking at me.
Kill it!
I can't, it's not my turn.
I take that duty with honor.
God damn it.
Well, the ground needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20, you guys. Fucking hurts. The ground dodges. The ground fucking dodges.
Do you sleep or do you work with Finch as he is, like, installing it into the werven?
I'd say we're probably working through the night on it.
Yeah, so you two work through the night, and you see Finch talks to you, and he goes like, "How's Xiao with Gaius? Without Gaius?"
I mean, it's still rough, but recently she's been a tad more optimistic about things, and ever since we just got Namla back, she's been really in better spirits. Still, obviously sad that, she hasn't found her Gaius, but she's really turned the corner, it seems.
I'm wondering if she's trying to find her Gaius or she's trying to find the future Xiao's Gaius. You know?
Does it work that way? Where they would find a Gaius out of order, out of turn like that?
Well, her Gaius was older than her, right?
Oh.
And he found her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what happens is it's like a ladder, right? So the current Gaius finds the next Xiao, and they pair up, and so they always are in transition and ending, right?
Yeah.
So and she's, to put it kindly, old. Yes, Farstan, she's mature. And so I wonder if this version of Xiao is coming to an end. Do you know what I mean?
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't... Oh. And he goes, Taryn? And Taryn comes in. You can see that he's very tired. He was sleeping. He goes, "Yes, my love." And Finch goes, "Can you get that ring that Gaius gave me? You could have gotten it. You didn't need to summon me to do it." He's like, "I'm greasy and you don't like grease. You don't like me tracking grease in the bedroom." He's like, conscientious, but still a dick. Okay. And Taryn goes out, and he comes back, and you see a ring. It's like iridescent.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "I don't know, maybe this will help. But Gaius gave it to me. He said it was a Suenan artifact. I don't know what it does."
Okay.
It's beautiful, as you can tell. It's iridescent. It has teal and magenta swimming underneath it. And you can see that there are animals here that you've never seen before, except maybe in the Suenan books that you've read and perused.
Yeah.
He goes, "I don't know what this means, but maybe she'd like to see it."
I'm sure she would. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to give it to her.
And so as you guys work through the night, you can see that you guys do a test on the Werven, and the engines start to whir, and the wings flap, and he goes like, "All right, this is pretty cool."
Yeah, it is.
He goes, What defense system should we have in there? And Farstand goes, it doesn't need a defense system. It's got Farstand.
But what about the backup plan?
Yeah, the backup plan. He goes, magic? He goes, we can put, I color-coded them, so we can just put fire breath.
That's a pretty good standard.
Yeah, that's fantasy standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got
Maybe have some like sleeping darts, or I don't know what they're going to be attacking or transporting or moving. Maybe something more dangerous like arrows, or I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe nets to like bring down other birds of prey if they're going to be battling in the skies.
That would be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be really cool. And you see that he's in like a little aviator outfit.
Do you have goggles on? Mm-hmm. And the little hat and
and a white scarf.
Jesus. You look so aerodynamic right now, Farstand.
I always do. What are you talking about? I cut through wind. And I also cut the wind.
He hasn't while I've been here, has he?
He's made you forget.
You would know it smells like chocolate chip cookies.
He's a Keebler elf. But he goes, well, let's take this out for a test drive. Can you make everybody forget Farstand? He goes, yeah. He goes, okay, well, let's see if this works. Do you want to take the inaugural flight, or would you prefer Farstand to take it?
Can I please?
Of course you can. And so he stairs come down, and it leads you to like the back of the thing's neck, and you can actually see there's a cockpit there.
Whoa.
It's pretty good engineering, if I do say so myself, because I'm the one that made it.
A totally unbiased opinion.
Okay, Farstand, create a magical darkness so that people can't see what's going on. And as he's saying that, like the darkness settles, and you have immunity to it, so it's still blue skies.
Okay.
And he goes, contact.
Test 1, 2, 3.
And he goes, okay, start the engines or the heart.
I'll get you to push this knob, turn this lever,
and it starts to work. You can hear the pumping going on of the heart that you created. And he goes, all right, lift off.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
And as you do that, it surprises, it throws you off how quickly it just takes off to the sky. It goes at like a 90-degree angle straight up.
Damn.
And he goes, Jesus Christ, pull back on the handle.
I'm falling.
And so it levels out, but it's kind of hanging down. And like from this vantage point, you can see the mechanical camel that is further down and siphoning water. You can also see the Green Knight's Keep, and people have no idea. Like, people are completely oblivious to you as you sail above all of them.
Is this what birds feel like? It's just so beautiful up here.
Yeah, it's very serene. And
I just think I could swoop down and breathe fire on them at any time.
And then
sort of a power trip.
And you see popping in behind you in the co-pilot seat is Farstand. He goes like, he didn't tell you how to land or where to land. It was kind of irresponsible. There, land there.
I'm going to check in with you on this, Finch. Am I supposed to land right? And I give him the coordinates.
Yeah, he goes like, yeah, that's where he wanted you to land. So
something telling me that's bad.
Yeah, you can either land there or you can try to get back into the garage.
I turn around. Farstand?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you have this one. And I land where he wanted me to land.
And as you land there, it's fine. And he goes like, there it is. There you go.
I look at him with a very suspicious eye.
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes I'm just unreliable.
What's on the ground?
Looks like grass. Do you want to try it out?
I open up the cockpit.
Uh-huh.
And I like very gingerly put like one toe on the ground, expecting it to blow up.
And it's supple. It's grassy.
Okay, I resume my exit out the cockpit, and
he goes, once you get out, look down.
look down.
And as you do, you can see like a portal. You can see like a portal open up, and underneath there, you can see. Remember Hina Harap?
Yes.
Okay. Remember how she was a giant?
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of mean, angry-looking giants rising from mountains not from this world, but it looks like they are on the march. And he goes, that's coming.
No, that's not good.
Never is.
For a second there, I thought this portal was gonna like
throw you in.
Yeah, I was getting ready to scurry back up the cockpit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I flipped a coin.
Well, whoever the god of fate is, thank you.
You're welcome.
Fuck.
So, remember the things I told you.
Mm-hmm. I do appreciate it firsthand. Thank you. Even though I may not show it.
Mm-hmm.
You are a pretty awesome god.
Yep. He's like, amen to that, brother.
Savor this one. It's going to be a while before you get the next one.
I just keep replaying it. I can make you say it again.
Damn it.
Yep. Checkmate. And with that, he goes, want to go back? Or do you want to say bye?
I want to say bye.
Yeah. And Finch and Taryn are there and like, how was it?
It was pretty awesome.
Right?
You guys should try it sometime.
Oh, I'm going to. Maybe I'll be able to outfly him.
You won't. He's going to cheat.
Yeah, of course he is. I can dream, though, can't I? And then Taryn's like, no, you can't. Not with him. He'll just appear in your dreams. Remember that time that he appeared in not my dream?
Have we ever considered like an anti-far stand technique or method? Or has there been any study in... I'll get back to you.
And
I now have a new life mission. We've secured Namla, so need a new quest.
And Finch goes, thank you for your help. And he opens his big arms.
Thank you.
He gives you a big old hug.
Yep, I return it. And it was so much fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, of course. Do you want to bring anything with you? Oh, you have that with you. Want to bring anything else? For maybe somebody special back home?
Yeah. So Burke was begging for souvenirs from everybody because, of course, he was. But I would feel so bad taking one of your nice clocks. They just look so like amazing. Any chance you have something like a tinge tackier, like maybe like some clock with a fish on it, or a watch with a fish on? I don't know.
You see, Farsan pops up next to you. He's like, I have the perfect thing.
Oh, perfect.
And he just he opens his hands, and you see the Felix the cat clocks. It's a black clock with like Felix the cat's face, and its eyes go back and forth.
Oh yes.
You see that, but with Farstan's face. You said tacky.
That is
and
true.
I gave you beauty.
That is true. Thank you very much, Farstan. I'm sure Burke will treasure this always. Taryn, thanks again. It was great being here.
And he gives you a giant hug too. He's like, "Don't be a stranger. I know that you spend most of your time in Mulhound, and that makes sense. But hey, we're just a little bit north.
Just a few nations away.
What? No, we're in the same nation. We're all in green.
Was Mulhound green? Whoops. Yeah, just a stone's throw away.
Yeah, like stone throw. Yeah, or 3 hours by horse.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's fine. It was Farstan wasn't bluffing when he said I was cool. It's okay.
But it's good to see you. Please come by again.
Yeah, will do. Thanks. And the scones were fantastic.
I know. Thank you, though. And so you head back?
Yep.
Okay, and Gustus, you are bamfing back right as the clock is being revealed.
Hello, everyone. I am back. I know it's been a long time. I've learned The ways of the tambourine. I shake a little tune.
So yeah, you are in the beer hall, and everybody's together minus Okaat.
Keep singing, Burke, and then I start playing tambourine to his singing.
And how does Jorrix feel about this turnabout?
I mean, it's pretty great.
Nice.
But he does wish he had a confidant nearby to make fun of some of it. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to go find Okaat.
Okay, and with that, we'll cut back to Okaat's story. So Okaat, everybody's left, and it's just yeah, it was bye, and then we'll come right after Castile pushes Jorrix through the portal. He goes, I've been doing that same trick for 57 years.
Never gets old, does it?
I just smile like a little boy each time, especially when they mouth off to me.
It is hilarious.
It is hilarious. And she goes, yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And Castile goes, well, looks like I have to go wreck some shop in Bartle.
Good luck with the shop, reckon.
Oh, thank you. And he smiles at you. And he goes, I will try to get back for Quandan tomorrow. If I can't, send my regards. I'll send my regards. Or my regards have been sent. We'll figure it out. And he goes, hug?
Yeah.
And he gives you a hug, and he gives a nice bow to Xiao, and it's just you and Xiao. And she goes, okay. Wow, it's just us. Doesn't it feel weird without the whole group?
Yeah. Have we ever had a chance to talk, just the two of us?
And then you hear Lifter go, it isn't just the two of you. I'm still lying on the floor.
Buddy, you're awake. How you feeling?
I haven't gone to bed. I can't sleep.
I know. You fell asleep right there on the stairs. It's awful. You've got to be so sore.
That wasn't a sleep. That was it was like a sleep paralysis. I was awake, but I couldn't move.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Let's get you a bed, huh?
Yes, let's get me in bed.
Yeah.
Or maybe I should go back to home.
I mean, whatever you're most comfortable with.
I don't know if I'll ever know comfort again. But I reckon that I'll take a room here if you don't mind, Xiao. And she goes, no, I don't mind. Yeah, there's a room downstairs, and we'll just talk to Quicksis and he'll get you something. He'll get you what you need. He goes, 1,000 thank yous, ma'am. And he goes, pleasure. And he heads off, looking good in his denim, but worse for wear. And she goes, and Xiao turns to you and she goes, do you want to go to my favorite spot here in Mulhound?
Sure.
Let's bring Namla.
Okay.
And the two of you go upstairs, and Namla's still sleeping. And she goes, and she lifts her up, and you can tell that she is. Have I ever told you how to say love in Suenan?
No, I don't think so.
And she says, and she gives you the word.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, whenever I tuck Namla in, I say the word love in 3 languages.
Oh.
Because part of my magic is speaking. So I always feel like it's a little protective barrier I give her. I know that she's asleep, and I know that one day she'll wake up, and I hope that when she does, all that love will carry with her. So, but now I get to carry her. And
will you teach me how to do that?
Of course I will. And she goes, oh, I have the harness. Gaius had a harness made for carrying her, but I'm a little bit smaller than him. And so the harness is made for Gaius, and it's just a very big one. She cinches it against her waist, and she has Namla just resting here. And she goes, it's inelegant, but it works.
I imagine it worked better when she was smaller and not a 10-year-old girl.
Yes,
Yeah.
much better. And when Gaius was wearing it,
Also
he
that.
was 6'2" to
Yeah.
my 5'5".
Do you want me to carry her?
You are a little bit taller than me,
A little bit.
and a little bit
Younger,
well.
stronger, prettier.
Well, let's not go nuts. But she holds her. She puts her back down, and she puts the harness on you. And you're carrying Namla. Do you carry her on the front or the back?
On the front.
Okay. And she goes, "It's going to be a little bit of a hike, but it should be enjoyable."
Yeah.
And so she points to the horizon. She goes, "It's just there, and then we'll be looking down at Galea." And she goes, "Or I could just teleport us, but I feel like walking gives us more opportunity to talk and da-da-da-da-da."
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get lazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, heaven forfend, I'm only 205 years old.
I mean, when I say you, I mean me.
Okay. And plus, like, you get to stay in contact with Namla more.
Yeah.
And so you guys begin walking, and she goes, "So, how have you been feeling? Have you felt drawn to anybody in your adventures? Anyone that's like particularly friendly, not Castile?"
I mean, there have been lots of people that have been really kind to us as we've been, going through our various misadventures.
Any close? Do you feel like a kinship with any of them?
I would like to get to know Odine better.
That feels like something that you should do.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in fact, I have to go see her fairly soon.
Oh.
Yeah. And you guys are at the base of the hill, or the base of the hill, the range, and she goes, "Well, up we go."
Woof.
I
signed up for it. No, I know. I'm going to do it.
I know you will. You have a strong will.
Goddamn right I do.
Yes, I'm agreeing. And so as the both of you are going up, she goes, "I am sorry about how you were raised.
It's not your fault.
No, but one can still feel sorrow. I know what Evangeline was like, and I know from Gaia what she was like before she was like this. I wish you had known that other woman."
Me too.
And you guys are climbing up the mountain, and you can see actually a sword marking a trail. And she goes, "Not foreboding at all."
Yeah, no, that's not creepy.
No, it's a little signal that we get sometimes. Leave the sword there. And she goes, "Did I ever?" And as you guys are climbing, she goes, "Did I ever tell you like my favorite story with Namla, Gaius, and me?"
No, I don't think so.
I can't wait for you to meet your sister because she is such a bright little girl. She'll soon be a young woman, but So my favorite thing is she's very imaginative, right? And Gaius and I were talking boring Suenan bureaucratic stuff as we had to because we are both protectors. And so all of a sudden, your sister, not more than 6 years old, comes up to Gaius and she goes, "Mr. Gaius?" And he goes, "Yes, Miss Namla." And she goes, "Would you like some elf baklava?" And he goes, "I do not see any, Ms. Namla." And she goes, "It's right there." And she points to a little tea platter that we had got her. And I nudged him and I said, "It's right there, Gaius." And he goes, "Oh, yes, I see. It looks marvelous." And she she brings the platter over to him. And he goes, how many may I have? And she goes, no more than half. And he takes, Gaius he's a very big man. And he tries to pinch it between his forefinger and his thumb.
This imaginary baklava.
And he takes it. And your sister all of a sudden looks very stern. And she says, that's more than half. And I don't know how he got this. He never knew how to play along, but this one time he did. And he goes, oh, I was hoping you did not notice, Ms. Namla. And she just goes, I did. And then she walked away in a huff. And I don't know. I think about that. And you guys are now at the peak of it. And you guys are looking down. And she goes, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
And you can see the mechanical camel in the back. Minus that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a... doesn't really go with the scenery.
Yeah, the whole natural beauty angle.
Yeah.
And she goes, I know things have been tough. I know that you have known a life full of hardship. I understand all of these things. And I wish I had known you when you were younger. I wish I had been there to give you a hug when you needed it. It's my hope that in whatever time is left, that I can be a comfort to you.
You already have been.
That's very kind of you, she says. And she goes, so, I don't know what's next, but I know the paths are diverging. I just want you to know that I really respect you. And I see in you the things that she never did, but I'm sure she would have if she were clearer. Because you are those things. You are the things that I see, not the things that she told you. I need you to know that. I have a plan. I have a little bit of silverthorn poison, and I have to find her.
I was worried where that was going. I was like, what plan? Silverthorn, what now?
No, you need to stay away from this. You need to stay away from this. This is between her and I. So I just want you to know that I am really happy that I got to see you, and I'm really glad that I gotten to know you the time that we've had together.
Yeah.
I'm really glad of you. Whatever happens, remember me fondly?
Of course. How else would I remember you?
As an old woman who can't carry a kid.
That's part of the fondness.
But yeah, I would say that you should get to know Odin.
Yeah, I would very much like to.
I would also say that things are going to get tough a little bit, okay? But you'll get through. You always have. And you have 3 silly but good men. They're good friends. They're kind-hearted, forthright. Their heart's always in the right place, even if their brains aren't at all, ever. But they are good people. I'm very lucky to have gotten to know all of you.
Same. And can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
As much as I grumble and as prickly as I can be, I really do love those guys.
Yeah.
Don't let them know that, though.
Oh, I'll go to my grave with that.
I have to keep the mystique, you know.
Oh, yeah, you do it well. You do it well. Yeah, last time Namla was here, it was with Gaius and me. But, I don't know. I'm glad that she gets to see it with you now.
Yeah.
And you see from the back Gaia. And she says, Xiao, I found her. And she goes, oh. And she smiles. And she goes, that's good. Okay. Would you mind if I just gave her a kiss? And she looks at you and looks at Namla.
Of course.
And she turns her and she gives her a kiss on the forehead, and you hear her whisper the 3 words of love. And she takes the last bit of her shawl and she wraps it over. Namla, and she goes, "Okay, I'll be back."
Promise?
And she, of course. Tell them you're gonna be. I forgot. And she pulls out the instructions for Quandan, and she goes, "You're gonna be the master of ceremonies because I'm not gonna be there. You have a charismatic. You have Gus. He can help. Also, if you could ask him to please set up a force, sheriff force over here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And also talk to Jorrix about what best care for Namla.
Of course.
And tell Burke to he should learn more than just the fish.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a recipe book. Tell him that he's welcome to it. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll love that.
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. But you should get back. It's going to be dark soon. I'll miss you. And she gives you a hug. And she goes, "It feels weird without the shawl. I feel strange without it, but it's for the best." Okay. Well, get back. Tell them all thank you for being here and for all their help, okay?
Will do.
All right. And tell Castile it is still funny. 50 years.
He knows.
All right.
Okay. Godspeed.
And Gaia nods to you, and
I nod back.
And you can see that Xiao is kind of misty, but she, is still keeping to herself. And she goes, "You are someone worthy to be proud of, okay?
I'll try to remember.
You should. I would be very angry if you didn't."
Well, then I'll try harder.
Good. And she goes, "Let's go, Gaia." And she
Hold
goes,
up. Do I still have one of Evangeline's blades?
"Yes.
Hey, Gaia.
Yes.
You want the other one of Evangeline's blades?
Absolutely, I do."
I toss it to her.
And she goes, "Well, I'll swap you." And she gives you one of her blades.
Awesome.
And she goes, "Thank you, Okaat."
Give her fucking hell.
Oh, we plan to. And with that, you are alone with Namla as those two vanish into the thin air.
I know that Xiao said that I should be going back right away. Mm-hmm. But I kind of want to sit and watch the sunset with Namla for just a minute.
Of course.
And then I'll head back before it gets too dark.
So, yeah, you do see the sun setting, and it is beautiful. The red light of the sun illuminating Namla. And you can see, like, in her features, you can see yours. It's like one of the only times that I think it's like the first time that you've been able to look at somebody and see family, like a actual family. And she kind of tucks her head in closer to your chest as the sun starts to go down.
And for the first time possibly ever, we see Okaat melt.
And yeah, and night is falling, and yep.
All right.
And you head back, and the next morning it is. You can see Burke and his hustle and bustle. You can see them just doing their thing. Where like 10 burly men just say yeah for no reason as Burke gives a meal, and then they disappear. And then as you were still there, all of a sudden he's back again with a giant spider minion, and then Jorrix appears, and Gus, and then you hear footsteps as Jorrix appears in the doorway.
Knock, knock, knock.
Hey,
Hey, figured I'd find you here.
you were correct.
Hope I'm not, disturbing.
Nah, I'm just watching the goings on, trying to memorize this Master of Festivities checklist that, Xiao had to go kill Evangeline, I guess. So
Did I miss her?
Yeah.
Darn it. I had something I needed to give her. That's okay.
Well, she said she'd be back,
Okay.
and I'm holding her to it.
Now, she didn't say that in like an ominous Castile way, did she?
No. I made her promise that she'd be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Did you want to,
Sure.
are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Okay.
This should be fun.
Well, one thing to do before I go back there.
Okay.
And, Jorrix casts non-detection on both himself and on Okaat. So that means we can't be like scryed or no one can divine us.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Okaat? You trust me, right?
Of course.
I learned some information about the future. Nothing as crazy as what we've done before.
Okay.
But I just know that there's going to come a time. This is hard to say. When you won't be able to handle the emotions that are flowing through you, and you might make a decision without entirely thinking it through. I'm saying this very poorly.
Yeah, that's never happened before, Jorrix.
Okay. And I was just hoping that if you trusted me enough, where you would be willing to allow me to step in and say something to sort of jar you out of it, and that you would trust me.
Okay.
So if for whatever reason I say dandelion to you, something I would never say to you under any other circumstance,
How dare you?
just know.
Dandelion. Okay.
Yes, I'm looking out for what's best for all of us.
Okay. Mental note. I'll keep that in mind. While I've got you here, and we don't need to do this right away, but I was wondering if I could ask one more favor from you.
Oh, of course.
Besides the safe word. Do you think at some point maybe you could take a look at Namla and see if there's any cleric-y stuff you can do to...
Oh, absolutely. I was actually, I didn't want to intrude or anything like that, but I was sort of hoping to at least...
I've been hoping to examine her.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that whoever had her didn't do something.
Yeah.
So anything that I can
worried.
do to help would...
Yeah.
I would love to.
Would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Now...
And that request is straight from Xiao as well as myself.
Yeah.
And Jorrix, you do is Namla nearby?
Yeah, I'm probably sitting by her bedside as we're having this conversation.
And so Jorrix, you do know that you do notice that the last bit of Xiao's shawl is there with Namla.
Probably tucked around her like a neckerchief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to see that Xiao had that much love for her.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad she got that.
Yeah. So you want to go see the rowdy boys go make a mess of things?
Do I?
It's pretty great in there, not gonna lie. Spider-Man is here. There's burly men dancing.
Oh my god.
It's raining burly men, yeah.
It is a scene.
That sounds like a fucking party.
Oh, it is.
All right, let's go.
All right, so as you guys go back to the beer hall, there's Gustus, there's Burke, there's Spider-Minion, there's Quixis, there's 10 burly men dancing. It looks like it's a lot of fun.
I like to imagine they're doing the can.
Yeah, and now they're starting to wear headdresses. You see Burke with his red headdress, and then Gustus is there with a new tambourine shield, which is a new shield for you guys.
Gus, what is that? That's amazing.
It's a shield, and it's a tambourine.
The suspense was killing me.
Wow, that is...
I was shaking my bag of dice hoping it'd make a sound.
That's badass.
Can you play it?
Oh, and check this out. And then I cast prestidigitation and cure the stain thing off Burke's jeans.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, and you can see that the party's beginning to start, and you see Lifter kind of coming. He comes out of the keep, and he goes like, all right. He begins to shake his weird manted booty. And actually, for once, there is just a lot of happiness going on. Like, the festivities start, you can see that Quixis, like, looks at you, Okaat, and he goes, well, it's about to begin. Do you want to make the speech?
Sure.
I'll cast...
Or...
I'll translate. Or
we could have Gus make a speech.
Gus?
Yeah?
You want to help me be master of ceremonies for this?
What ceremony?
The festival. It kicks off with an inspiring speech. I thought you would be just the man to do it.
Does it have to be about the ceremony? Because I don't know much about that.
Well, Xiao gave me some notes here. You can look over those if you want. Or as far as I'm concerned, you can just wing it. Quixis will be translating, and there's nothing that says he has to translate exactly correctly.
I will heavily edit.
Yeah, I'll just follow my heart where music can now be expressed from.
Yeah, it's 10% what you say and 90% how you say it.
Boy, is that so true with Gustus.
Yeah, I'm not a numbers guy. that sounds good.
Yeah, follow your heart.
Okay, Gus, you can see there's a podium, and the Suenians are gathering around around it, getting ready for a speech.
I'll go up and introduce you.
Okay. What do you say, Okaat?
So I'll probably just say a few words about how Xiao really wished that she could be here to open up these festivities, but something came up that she needed to attend to, and so she has appointed me. Insert self-deprecating joke here. Mm-hmm. And to start the festivities, I would like to introduce my very good friend, the Sheriff of Bartle, Gustus Goldhammer. Take it away, Gus.
Hello, everyone. So, what most people don't understand about the art form of wrestling and that's why the shroud of pain carried on death's shoulders is where the essence of true beauty lies.
And with that, Quixis took some liberties, but everybody was inspired by this speech, and you guys actually have a full night of revelry, fun, and for once, no worries. You guys just get to enjoy each other's company and the company of other people. You guys actually have a peaceful night.
I pull Gus aside at some point during the party, and I just, I wanted to ask you something, Gus.
Okay.
Am I remembering correctly at some point that you offered to Sheriff Mulhound as well as Bartle?
Oh, well, I can't be in two places at once. I'm not the archdiocese.
Or you'd be
I
willing
could
to
teach
appoint...
someone how to be a good sheriff.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need
All
it.
right, now I've
Well, no.
no
After
to be on duty.
after the party. Yeah, it's you're off duty. You know what? We'll talk about this
Well,
later.
I'm gonna be pretty tired. Maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow sounds perfect.
We cut to Gaia and Xiao deep in a tunnel in the Red Nation. And Gaia turns to Xiao and she goes, "You sure this is going to work?" And Xiao says, "Not at all, but my hope will carry us for now." Hi, everybody. It's your DM, Elliot, along with the rest of WYD.
Hi.
Hello.
It's hard to believe.
Hello, travelers.
So it's hard to believe that we've been doing this for a full year. Can you believe it? I can't. Anyway, we're going to do a special bonus called How's Your Damage? Where we will be doing a Q&A with everybody. But we need some questions that I can serve up to the cast. So if you want to know where the Mountain Boys came from, even though you know they come from Mount Quarg.
They come from the mountain. It's right there in the name.
But do you want to know?
Why don't we leave the questions to the audience?
Perfect. Anyway, send us those questions either on Twitter at WYD Pod, on Facebook at
WYDcast.
or
email us at wydpod@gmail.com.
And in the header, put it questions for episode 50.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
Wank. All right.
Wank?